Isn't that just the most beautiful sound? Hear the crows in the distance. This is the building in my town they are trying to finish. It is a woman's printery from 1915. The printery. And they're trying to get it reopened, and I'm not certain if it's to use as a printery or is it going to be a museum? I really don't know. But I had to stop for a moment because the birds are just going beautifully mad at this moment. I was just over at the school. There are crows out there, and there was a raven in the distance. And I was explaining to you guys a bit ago that ravens are larger than crows. A raven is known as a beak with a bird because they're beak. They're big birds. And they do voices, sounds. They're amazing. And this is Eddie. Hi, Eddie. He says, yeah, do your talk. Don't take pictures of me. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm going to get over here and show you the garden that they have planted here at the printery. So you can see they're working really hard on it. I mean, really. The outside they began beautifying first, and now they're working on the inside. Anyway, I want to show you here. It says, help us restore the printery. Atascadero Printery. See? Volunteer, donate. But anyhow, come here, lovey. I want to get pictures of the flowers for anyone who cares. Behind the iron gates. We have a thing for flowers, you see. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. Just look. Just look. Ooh. I think these here are snapdragons. And then those, I believe, are geraniums and marigolds and yellow daisies and poppies. Isn't that beautiful? And I just think this is very nice. But first, look at this. This is a little box that the kids at the school erected for homeless people because my town has plenty. I know the homeless people are everywhere, and don't think for one moment it won't touch you because, guys, anyone at any time can become homeless. I was homeless with my kids and animals after my divorce 10 years ago for a good year. And it set me on a course of action. Anyway, before I go, that I showed you the front of the plate of it has been replaced with wire because somebody keeps vandalizing it. Anyway, this homelessness set me on a mission to heal my heart. Oh, there's a squirrel. 10 years ago. And what has helped me to heal are flowers. You know, walks with Eddie in nature. Nature has become my muse. Hold on, Eddie's giving me something right now. Please forgive me for one moment. Hang on, Ed. Gotta grab it. Anyway, sorry. Yes, crows. They're a good luck charm, crows. Anyhow, nature has been my muse. Okay, that sounded like the raven. I could hear that. And see, they're needing help from people to finish. Every gift brings us closer to opening the doors. They need cement, labor, and bricks, or brick ties, excuse me. But anyway, that's for another story. I have an opinion here, and I don't know. Well, I believe in women entrepreneurs, and I think it's the most incredibly beautiful thing, because I am a woman and I can do anything I want to do, anything I set my mind to. I also know that speaking of the homeless population we have in our little town, I would love to see our town put some labor into action helping our homeless population more than this. I just have that opinion. Anyhow, that's my opinion. So, moving on. What I was saying is 10 years ago, when this path, well, I want to say back in 2007, when my mother suddenly passed, is when I really had my eyes open to a new path in life. And then 7 years later, I went through a divorce, and that really opened my eyes to the fact that I am stronger than I know. And that if, hold on, that if I want a different life, a better life, I have to, look at the poppies, rely on myself. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And so for 10 years, I've been on a mission to heal my heart. I lost my way in the relationship I was in. I lost my identity because, I'll use the old saying, I put all of my eggs into one basket. Big no-no. I put all of my energy and time, faith into a human person who, by the way, could never measure up to something like that. I think we all know that. Holding another responsible for our happiness is a losing game. And yeah, I lost because I didn't get back what I was putting in. And went through a divorce that happened for me, I should say. God let everything happen for us and said, you're not happy, we're going to help you, and we're going to start by just taking you out of it and thereby taking everything from you. You're going to start over. And that's what I've been doing for the past 10 years. And I made, look at those, ooh, gorgeousimo. And look at that eucalyptus tree, holy. So I've made these 10 years healing, learning for me. And also a big part of it were the essential oils, and still are. Every single day, every single night, I use my oils. Let me just tell you, people will ask me, What do I do with a bottle of oil? Well, hold on. I need to make sure there's not a person or dog coming. Sometimes we walk right into one on this bridge. What do you do with a bottle of oil? Well, I'll just throw one out there, for instance, that everyone is familiar with. Lavender. I use lavender every night on the bottom of my feet, on the crown of my head, behind my ears. Ooh, there's dragonflies on the bridge. Oh my goodness. On my pillow, on my body after my shower, down there. And let me tell you, if you have a problem with sleep, lavender is your best buddy. Lavender is very calming, very peaceful. And yes, there are people who are allergic to lavender, so our company offers many oils. Many. So there is a link in my bio here on my YouTube that you can check out. It will take you right to Young Living, where you can look for yourself. But there were some days I spent so much time on this journey of being alone with my kids and my animals. There were some days when I didn't know what I was going to do for the day, and I would just take a bottle of oil at the moment and just sniff it. Because sometimes what do you do with that bottle of oil can be just sniff it. And what happens when you stop and smell the oil? You become aware of the moment. You become of right where you are. You become aware of what's going on in your life, and you are focused in the present. There is so much power in this, and the oils, the oils helped me to do that. Come here, baby. Ready. Going potty. So, anyway, 10-year journey of healing my heart. Some days are better than others, and for the most part, it's been extremely rewarding. Look at this wisteria. Gorgeous, yeah? Nature and the oils, my dog, and taking my walk every day, living in the present moment is what is healing me. So there is no one magic answer. You just have to concentrate on yourself. Come on, baby. And decide that you want to heal, you want to be happy, right? And you find any way that you can to do it that is good for you. And for me, it's been nature. I've also brought out my paints again, as you guys know, and I write. So, have a beautiful Friday. I will be back with more video. And I send all of you guys love that street. Love and peace. Surrounded by the brightest, most beautiful light. Now, I'll leave you with some bird song.